Don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel. Doing these 3 things will help us make more great videos for you. Okay, so in this video we're going to try and find out how much speed we need on our Fire TV stick or our Fire TV Cube to allow it to operate normally. And what I mean by this is bandwidth, internet speed. How much speed do we need going to our Fire TV stick or our Fire TV Cube so that it will operate? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to base this on most people will be have a 4K Fire TV stick or a Fire TV Cube, and therefore will want to stream video at 4K. So that at the moment, as of July 2022, is the most bandwidth that you're going to use on your Fire TV stick or your Fire TV Cube. Now, what's prompted this is I've had many people over the years querying about the Ethernet adapter that you can get for the Fire TV stick and the Ethernet adapter that comes with the Fire TV Cube. Now, it has got a USB 2 connection on it which connects into the Fire TV stick or the Cube, and that USB connection is limited, unfortunately, to 100 megabits. Now, I've had a few people say, well, why not use Wi-Fi? Well, I simply don't like Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, there's so much that can interfere with it. The speeds can fluctuate quite greatly, whereas Ethernet is solid. Nothing can interfere with it. As long as you've got a good cable, then the speeds will be constant. So, but like as I say, a lot of people are saying, well, it's only limited to 100 megabits, but how much speed do you actually need for your Fire TV stick? So let's have a look. Let's start off at Amazon. So it's saying here at Amazon's website, so it's saying watch video in 4K Ultra HD on your Fire TV device. And it tells us here to watch 4K Ultra HD on your Fire TV, you need a high-speed internet connection of at least 15 Mbps. So it says some video apps, for example Netflix, recommend at least 20 Mbps, but I'm sure Netflix now only recommend 15. I think the video encoding now and transmission is so efficient on a lot of these streaming services that really you need very, very little speed at all to play 4K. I mean, some providers do actually say that you only need 1 megabits per second for SD content and 5 megabits per second for HD content. So let's just have a look then at Prime Video's requirements. So, okay, Prime are saying if you're having issues watching live streams or live events on Prime Video, please ensure that you're watching on a supported device and have a sufficient download speed. Prime Video recommends a minimum download speed of 1 megabit per second for SD content, 5 megabits per second for HD content. Prime Video will serve the highest quality streaming experience possible based on the bandwidth speed available. So again, I think Amazon for 4K would be recommending the 15 that they were on the previous website. So let's have a look at the BBC. So it says you'll need an internet connection of 24 megabits for the full 3840 pixel ultra high HD experience, or 12 megabits for the 2560 pixel ultra HD experience. So there you go. So really the BBC are saying the maximum you'll need at the moment is 24 megabits. That's a quarter of what an Ethernet connection can give you. Netflix are saying to watch 4K Ultra HD you need at least 15 megabits per second, and Apple recommends a minimum of 25 megabits per second for 4K streaming. Whilst Discovery Plus are saying for the best streaming experience, Discovery Plus recommends an internet download speed of at least 5 megabits per second, and Disney Plus recommends 5 megabits per second for high definition content and 25 megabits for 4K Ultra HD content, whilst BritBox are saying that high definition typically requires about 6.5 megabits. And finally, YouTube are saying for 4K 20 megabits per second. So if you have got an Ethernet adapter and it is only limited to 100 megabits per second, that is still 4 times the minimum speed required by most of the streamers out there. 100 megabits would be more than ample. I mean, like I say, the absolute minimum to watch 4K content is 25. So I would say, you know, if you're above 25 megabits, then you're absolutely fine with that connection. So anything above 25 will be absolutely ample, and you should have no problem streaming 4K Ultra HD content. Now, I'm not saying in the future when 8K video becomes available, that is probably going to need more bandwidth, quite possibly double the bandwidth, quite possibly there's going to be minimum requirements of 50, but then with new encoding sequences coming out and procedures, this could mean that 8K could become even more efficient and might only need exactly the same or just a little bit more internet speed. We really don't know until 8K is sort of fully pushed out by many of these streaming platforms. But let us know what speed you get to your Fire TV Stick. Comment down below, I'd love to know, and let us know what speed you get, what services you use, and whether you do get any problems with buffering on your streaming platforms. Obviously, please stick to legal streaming services. We're not allowed to discuss other streaming services, unauthorized ones here, so please stick to, like I say, legal streaming services. And whilst you're here, why not check out my other videos on my YouTube channel? I've got hundreds of videos covering all sorts of different topics. I'm sure you're going to find something to educate you, entertain you, and maybe even amuse you. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, hit that like button. If you think your friends, your family or your work colleagues might like it, then don't forget to share this on your social media timelines. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you find out about all my latest videos the second they're released. Hit that subscribe button, then hit the bell, then hit all. You can also find me on Twitter at CWTech, and also find my website at cwtech.co.uk. Liking, sharing and subscribing really helps support this channel. Thank you very much.